The government has announced the 4 additional locations for the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA. Satellite imagery shows that the Mindoro oil spill could have already reached the island of Coron in Palawan. And the Justice Department identifies another alleged mastermind behind the murder of Negros Oriental Governor Roel Degamo. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I'm Sean Yao. Malacanang has announced the 4 additional locations under the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA. These are the Naval Base Camilo Osias in Santa Ana, Cagayan, Lalo Airport in Lalo, Cagayan, Camp Melchor de la Cruz in Gamu, Isabela, and Balabac Island in Palawan. The government expects the sites to boost its humanitarian and relief response of the country in disasters. Recall that the president granted the United States troops access to 4 other Filipino camps back in February. And new satellite photos show that the oil spill from Oriental Mindoro may have already made its way to Coron in Palawan. A map generated by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration through its Disasters Charter was based on satellite imagery taken yesterday, April 2. But the Philippine Space Agency clarifies that the map and the possible oil leak still have to be validated. As yet, there's no official word from the government about the possible oil leak reaching Coron. PhilSA activates the emergency charter during major disasters to acquire satellite images for activities related to disaster response. Meantime, popular Holy Week tourist destination Puerto Galera remains oil spill free. Local officials and residents went for a swim over at the popular White Beach to prove that it's safe. Resorts in Puerto Galera have had a number of cancellations following reports that oil has reached the island.
Noon pong may balita ay meron pong mga nag-cancel. Yung mga tricycle driver dito sa amin, yung mga boatman, yan po ay nangutang para lang sila ay magkaroon ng permit dahil umaasa sila na pagdating po ng Holy Week ay kikita sila.
The local government is issuing a warning to those who spread false information on social media. All coastal barangays in Oriental Mindoro, except for those in Puerto Galera, are now under a state of calamity. Moving on to another story, Justice Secretary Boying Remulla has revealed the identity of another alleged mastermind in the killing of Negros Oriental Governor Roel Degamo. The suspect is Marvin Miranda, a military reservist who Remulla says was the, quote, director of the killing. Miranda supposedly recruited the gunmen and provided them with firearms. The DOJ chief maintains, though, that Congressman Arnie Teves is still considered a mastermind in the Degamo killing.
Yun nga, kumbaga sa sine, siya yung director tsaka casting director. Hindi lang ito sine, kasi totoo na nangyari ito eh. While Congressman Teves is the executive producer of everything.
More stories for you after this quick break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The Octa Research Group reports an increase in the 7-day COVID-19 positivity rate in some parts of the country. From 3.2%, the positivity rate in Metro Manila is now up to 4.4%. Benguet's one-week positivity rate is now at 5.5% from 3.3%, while Camarines Sur is now at 10.4%. Despite this, Octa Research fellow Guido David said that the numbers remain relatively low and are not yet worrisome.
It seems like it's not a big deal right now. Most of the positivity rates that we're seeing are still below 5%. But of course, we're tracking the trend that it is going up because, surges come from small spikes.
And heads up to all commuters, train lines have now announced the suspension of operations for the long holiday. The LRT-1, LRT-2, MRT-3, and the Philippine National Railways, or PNR, will suspend all trips from April 6 to 9. That's from Maundy Thursday to Easter Sunday. All 4 train lines will resume normal operations on April 10. Meantime, the LRT-1 and MRT-3 will observe regular trip schedules before the Lenten break on Thursday. The LRT-2's last trips from the Antipolo and Recto stations will be at 7 p.m. on Wednesday, April 5. The PNR has likewise released its Holy Week schedule, being flashed on your screens right now. And to accommodate passengers traveling this Holy Week, authorities are temporarily allowing provincial buses to ply EDSA from April 6 to April 10. On these same dates, the number coding scheme will also be suspended. Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. Air-conditioned buses going to Bicol are now fully booked amid the influx of passengers for the Holy Week, according to the management of the Parañaque Integrated Terminal Exchange, or PITEX. There are still slots for ordinary buses, but PITEX says that these too are running out fast. The LTFRB has issued around 800 special permits to bus companies, as the passenger volume in PITEX alone is expected to hit 100,000 today. Passengers can expect higher fares in ports this Holy Week, the peak season for sea travel. At the Manila North Harbor, trips to Dumaguete cost 3,500 pesos one way, while a one-way ticket to Dipolog is at almost 3,900 pesos. Passengers bound for Zamboanga have to shell out over 4,000 pesos. For tonight alone, more than 1,200 passengers are traveling to their destinations from the Manila North Harbor. And listen up, motorists. Oil companies will be implementing a hike of 50 centavos per liter for diesel products starting tomorrow, April 4, Tuesday. Meanwhile, gasoline will be pricier by 1 peso and 40 centavos a liter, while kerosene prices will be going up by 20 centavos per liter. One News Now will be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News. All sides, all the time.